Hey there, folks. Welcome back to Galaxy Heroes Free to Play. Thanks for being here. It was time for my hair to be cut. I know there are people out there that do it like every 2 weeks or something. Yeah. I've always thought those people were rich. Like, probably went too long, but I'm going to try to not go quite so long. I'm feeling like I need to. I'm definitely going to be doing other things, but just not that long between everything happening. But anyway, thanks for being here. Hope you're doing well. Today was Leaf Day. More about that on the Daily Show, on the Daily channel. T-Rex, Force of Being. Not gonna be too angry because we got some stuff, and that's primarily just what I'm caring about. I want to let you know some stuff that I didn't know, and that you may want to pay attention to, and I'll cover this again in the Daily Show. Evidently, they didn't run the Forest Moon assault battle this month. And that's a little concerning. Because if they just discontinue the Forest Moon assault battle, and this is a little concerning, because if they just discontinue it, there's less of a reason to farm some of these teams. And I find it quite alarming that the timing at which they're choosing to do this. You might be like, well, what are you talking about? If you go back and you look, there's not been a long history of people preaching or talking about going for assault battle teams early. I've mentioned that I'm going to be going dark side primarily on this account. With that, having troopers, having bounty hunters, having night sisters, having Sith, having Inquisitors. Those are a lot of central teams, and then essentially all you need for the other side is Phoenix and the Poncho Bros. CLS Rebels, and then the Jedi for assault battles. But if they're taking away some of those, then that devalues the need to farm some of those teams. Because I'm still new to assault battles. Right up, if you ask me right off the top of your head, what do you need for Forest Moon? The answer is, just because of the way Nooch was talking, I'm guessing that it was Imperial troopers. And with them, and if they run the Peridia event, they run the Peridia thing with the Peridia pals, whatever, Nooch called it Peridia pals. If you need Remnant, if you need Galactic Remnant, and we'll just talk about that real quick. Did I win? I didn't even know. I just clicked through it. But if you need Remnant, Imperial Remnant, and there's a distinction here that I want you to pay attention to. The distinction is Imperial Troopers versus Imperial Remnant. Imperial Troopers is everybody that I mostly have, after I finish the farm, I'm going to be going back for Dark Trooper, Iden, Range Trooper, and Short Trooper. I'm already actively farming all of these right now on my other free-to-play account. And then you come over here. Well, what's Imperial Remnant? It's Moff Gideon. I'm still Stormtrooper. It's still Scout Trooper, who you need for Leia. It's still Imperial TIE Pilot. The Dark Trooper, and then these Peridea Pals, of course. And these 3 Peridea Pals are the ones who are pretty much what makes the Remnant right now. And if it goes to this, then that means you're going to have to invest in the Remnant. Now, Night Trooper came out in July, or became farmable, July, August. So we are that far away. So it's November, so we still got another 7 months before he becomes double dart farmable. Now you can hard farm him one note at a time, and so that's going to put people behind the 8 ball for assault battles. And also, I'm wondering if they're going to start doing with assault battles what they start doing in the raid, and that's something that Nooch did not mention. But I think it's definitely a possibility, and it's on nobody's radar, which is why I think it's a definite possibility. But just like they're doing with this raid, where you need a different set of teams all the time, and people have speculated already that you're probably gonna need all of these Ahsoka characters for the next raid. What if they're gonna start turning these assault battles over, like they're turning over the raid? So where you have you maybe have a year to use this particular the remnant for the assault, for the Peridea assault battle, and then in a year, like next November, they replace it with whatever the new thing is next November. Which, if you saw the announcement today, and I'm recording this on the 9th of on the 9th of November, so it's reset for the 10th. But if you saw the post today, that Andor Season 2 is going to be coming out in April 22nd. So there's at least a little small chance that we could be into Peridea, that we could be in the Andor content. I think it's far more likely that whenever they start the new stuff for the next year, that we're going to be getting the new raid in February. And then what I'm guessing is we're going to get Bad Batch Season 3 stuff, because it will have been about a year since Bad Batch has ended. And then right after that, we could be in for Skeleton Crew, because Skeleton Crew is supposed to come out here in a month or so, I think in December. And I would be dumbfounded if Skeleton Crew doesn't do much to at least a little better than the Acolyte did. Because unlike the Acolyte, like, just from what I saw of the Skeleton Crew, it looks fun. And like something that I would possibly want to watch. I cannot say that with what I saw from the Acolyte. The Acolyte just looked done. But the skeleton crew actually looks like it has the potential to be fun. And if that's the case, that could be a really fun time. But we have a lot to get through before we get there, of course. But yeah, it's one of them. I don't know that they're going to start turning over assault battles, but I think this might be the first indicator that they might start replacing assault battles with new assault battles to make you have to make people have to spend money. And CG will never come out and say it, but I don't think it's a far stretch at all to say there is a really good chance that they could potentially start replacing the classic assault battles that we all know and love and like to do a lot, and because it's easy. There's definitely at least a potential that exists that they may be that they may start replacing those. And what do they replace them with? Well, if they're replacing troopers with remnant, then it would stand to reason that they would replace Night Sisters with Great Mothers. And I could see something coming for the mercenaries, because I can definitely see something coming for mercenaries. And then, potentially whatever else we don't have. And like I said, this is all just pure speculation on my part. I'm just looking at what I see before me, and I'm like, what do I think is going to happen? And for me, the house money, or whatever you want to call it, is on they're going to start replacing these things. And you can either complain about it, or you can get on and get in front of it and move with and go with the flow. And that's not an easy thing to hear, and probably to hear or want to hear. But doesn't just because all of that is true doesn't mean what I'm saying is wrong. It means you might want to pay attention, because it could happen. And it's unprecedented, but then again, so is the potential that we could have another mark here too for SWgoh, for Snips. Anyway, not a whole lot of movement, but anyway, thanks for being here. Going to talk a little bit more about all this stuff in the daily video. I know they're going to be days apart and all that, but just it's recording on the 9th, so it's reset for the 10th. But anyway, hold the line. Thanks for the time. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.